I'm just finishing tapping in my sunscreen here. I am over 50. I have hyperpigmentation. Well, pigmentation, let's not say hyper. I have, you can see some there and some up there. I actually have less freckles and less sun damage than I've still got the sun damage. I'll always have that. But my skin is in better condition today than it was 5 years ago. And I put that down to retinol, LED mask, serums, but most of all, sunscreen. So, wear the sunscreen. Try to find one that you like. I love this one. It's light. It does not make me feel greasy. I look shiny, I know, but that's a hyaluronic acid. But I don't feel greasy. And you buy whatever sunscreen you want. You can buy mattifying ones. You can buy ones that are tinted, that do makeup as well. Whatever you think will be your preference. But for heaven's sake, please wear sunscreen. Your skin is very important. Hi there, it's Rachel from Sage again. I've just finished my morning skincare. I've just done some videoing of that. If you want to watch that, look out for it. There's also a bit of a review of some new products in there. And I've also just done a hair care video, which I don't normally do. But since I got my hair changed, cut off, new style, I have been revisiting the way I do my hair. I am the type of person, even though I spend a long time and love doing the makeup and all of that, I really don't get that wildly excited about hair. I rely on my hairdresser to make my hair look as good as it can, and I think she does a really good job. And yeah, she's been my hairdresser on and off, because you know, when we moved, we weren't living here in the Riverina, we lived elsewhere. But I've had 3 all amazing hairdressers, and I came to find them all by seeing people in the street with hairdos and haircuts that I really liked. And I'm one of those people. I went up to them and I complimented them on their hair and asked them where they got their hair done. And that's how I came to find the 3 greatest hairdressers in regional Australia. Yes, I know, I'm very daggy. Okay, let's put some eye primer on. LA Girl Pro Primer. I've got the Blueberry Muffin palette here from BH. I'm going in with the shade Fluffy. It's very neutral on me because it's a peach basically. So, you know, a good neutralizing shade to start with before I use, you know, the colors in here are intense. This is a stunning blue purple palette. You can still get it. Reseller sites, not Gumtree, but eBay. I've seen it on reseller sites in the US as well. And they did re-release it for a little while. But BH, as we know, is no longer. And yes, that makes me sad. It makes me sad. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a crease shade, and I'm going to use Delish. That basically blue. Make sure I shake off the brush because this will be intense. As all BH Travel Series palettes, the older ones, these food theme ones, they are all pigmented. Cute. Haven't worn pale blue for a while. Bit of a pastel look going on today, I suppose, because, you know, I'm wearing this pink t-shirt, Def Leppard. They recently toured in Australia with Motley Crue. I didn't go this time. We've seen them before and they were absolutely brilliant. But I'm not a Motley Crue fan, particularly. So we decided not to go this time. We have such good memories of the show we saw in 2015, was it? I think it was 2015. That we thought, no, we'll leave it at that. We've seen so many big shows in the last couple of years since, you know, live music came back. We thought, no, we're going to leave Def Leppard. The happy memory there. Now I'm going to go in with the shade with my finger, Yummy, over the lid. Now this is a duochrome. Oh, that looks nice. I wasn't sure how that was going to merge, but I'm really happy with that. I mean, it's a light wash of colour, so it can't be too, you know, too bad. Just drawing it up just a wee bit into the crease there. And I am going to use an inner corner highlight, and I'm going to use a shadow as a liner as well. So I've swatched some of these shimmers. They look quite similar. I don't know why, but I'm going with this one, which is called Hot and Fresh from the bottom corner. I'm actually applying it with a Refa 03 today. That one there. Just for a little bit more precision. Wow, that is bright. Gosh, these brushes are good. That just smoothed that out, blended that out, makes it look like a beacon of light. Just suddenly thrown onto that often dark area, dark on me, and the precision I can get in this with my crepey skin, amazing. I know I usually do it with my finger, but I just pulled out, like I have Refa brushes that I buy when they do that I bought when they did the last big 50% off sale. And every year, maybe every 18 months or so, or every other year, I buy some new ones. So because they are my favorite brushes. and they're in my pro kit and they're in my personal brush kit as well. And when they start to lose their hairs, because I use them a lot, I get my money's worth out of them, and especially when they're half price, I think, well, they have done the work. They have done the work that I asked them to do. And so I buy backups because, well, I'm not going to stop using them. I've got a Refa 23, tiny. I'm going to get the shade Stud Muffin, which is in my project pan, onto that brush. Pretty dark, hey? And I'm going to spritz it with some setting spray, Maybelline one. Brilliant stuff, that is. And I'm going to line. Look at the pigmentation on that. The ease. So easy. Just going in on the lash root there. The eye slightly opened. Just like that. Amazing, isn't it? How quick that is. Right, so combination of good shadow, good fixing spray, great brush. All right, let's do the other side. This is the eye that twitches, as you can see. So I have to hold it a little bit. Instant lift. Gosh, I love this colour. Yes, it's blue, but it's such a deep ink navy that it's just a great liner. That's what I mostly use it as. So why I chose it as a project pan item, I'm going to have to wear it a lot, aren't I? As an eyeliner. So my project pan is pretty casual. I'm just seeing how much use I can get out of these hundreds of eyeshadows that I have, all of which that I love. Yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to empty the pans. Obviously I'm trying to do that, but if I don't do it, I won't get in a froth about it, because I do makeup because I enjoy it, not because I'm trying to hit pan. And I've worn makeup a lot longer than I've been on YouTube. That is for sure and certain. I've been messing around with makeup since I was getting in mums, doing things to Barbie. Whoop, wrong brush. I'm gonna need a bit more colour there. Bring that in a bit further too, so it matches the top. This brush smudges really nicely too. All right, let's proceed. Now, waterline, lower waterline, Colourpop Prance. This matches very well with that blue crease shade, Delish. Oh yeah. That's cool. So Huda Beauty One Coat Wow. Great mascara. Has it replaced MAC Stack? Not yet. I am quite loyal to MAC. Is it because I'm a 90s? No, I'm not a 90s girl, I'm an 80s girl, but MAC was the first higher end makeup brand. No, it was Napoleon. No, I think it had to have been MAC. The first higher end makeup brand that I delved into in my early 20s. That would have been the first time I would have been able to afford it. And then I found Napoleon, which he's an Australian makeup artist. I have no idea where he is these days. And his makeup, he had makeup boutiques. Look at my hand, good grief. He had makeup boutiques. I found his first store. He was actually painting the walls. This was in inner city Sydney, and I was walking home from work at night by myself. Things you do when you're young and silly. And he was painting the walls in his makeup studio. And I could see there was a wall of very bright single shadows and beautiful nail polishes. And he was painting the opposite wall. And I stood and stared in the window, and he ushered me in, stopped painting and ushered me in, and we had a chat. And he talked to me about, his vision and the pigmentation level in his products. So there were some brands then, like Australian brands like Napoleon Purtis, that's him. Poppy lipsticks, I think that's called Lipstick Queen now. Poppy King. She was a celebrity in Sydney when I lived there, because she was, the lipstick queen. And paparazzi used to follow her to nightclubs and stuff like that. And I lived in the inner city, and not that I was, I didn't have a lot of money or anything, but I used to go to those clubs. It wasn't like it is now. Like, you didn't have, actually it was the first one of there was one club that started and you needed a membership to get in there, and people were like, that's outrageous. And now it's like common as. All these clubs do it. So, constant revenue stream, I suppose. So, yeah, Poppy King was a celebrity when she came up from Melbourne. And that was the era of Kylie Minogue and Michael Hutchence. It was crazy times, but that was good too. It's below the halfway mark. This isn't even in my project pan. It's a shade 2. These are hard to read. Yeah, shade 2, I thought so. Haven't used this one for a while. But Chic Geek Makeup, great channel. She and I have very similar makeup preference. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, I got it on my shirt. Damn it. I may even just wear this today on its own. We'll see. Foundation brush. I am going into town. I have to go and do a few little jobs. I have to go to Bunnings. If you're an Australian, you know what I'm talking about. When you go to Bunnings, it's like, Bunnings is sort of like a cult. It's a giant hardware store. And they have these big warehouses in various locations around Australia. And you go there, it's like going to Aldi or Walmart or whatever. You go in for one thing, you end up buying a trolley's worth of household goods that you never thought you were going to buy. You never intended to buy. I think I need to take some glow down a little bit. Let's put a little bit of Makeup Forever HD on. I'll just put a dot on my hand, like so. Mix it in with the other stuff, with the e.l.f. Yeah, that's a bit better. A little bit of coverage on the red nose. Tap to finish. I'm not going to do concealer today. Not going to worry about it. Hello, Murphy. My beagle's just looking at me through the door. He's a good boy. He and Junior, I nearly said Darcy, oh dear. They're such good mates. They just love being together. So Junior is a Kelpie, he's a pup. Kelpie is an Australian breed of working dog. What I mean by working dog is they were bred to be herders, sheep herders specifically, but they do herd cattle as well. They're very fast, they're very trainable, they're very intelligent. I'll put a couple of pics in of my doggies. We've got Stinger as well, but he's out working today. He's Junior's dad. And my husband bred Junior with a Kelpie bitch whose name is Milo. And Milo is a red and tan colouring, but Stinger is black and tan. So this is how they categorise the Kelpies, by the colours. A bit like most breeds where they have, you know, like Beagle. My Beagle, he's a trio tone or tricolour. So he's caramel, black and white, but mostly white and mostly caramel with a bit of brown, with a bit of black. Yeah, so that was he was my 50th birthday present, Murphy. My beautiful Beagle. Oh, I do love him. He's been really good since our daughter went off to uni, and we've both been a bit sad about that. being empty nesters, he has all the dogs, but he particularly has been good therapy for me, helping me cope with the changes in my life. Our daughter is settling in. There's been a few minor hiccups, as one would expect. When you move away from home for the first time, you've never lived away from your family before, but she's lucky, we're lucky, because my sister, who is amazing, lives not far away from where she is. And she's already proven to be extremely helpful in all sorts of ways, as I knew she would. I mean, she adores my daughter, and yeah, the feeling is mutual, so they get on really well. My sister is a real go-getter, you know, if anyone's going to do something, she'll do something. Actually, both my sisters are like that. I tend to think about stuff for a longer time than they do. My older sister is ponderous and action, but quiet. She goes about things in a very quiet way. My younger sister is less ponderous, more action oriented, and yeah, she will express, you know, pretty quickly what needs to be done, what she's thinking. Yeah, you don't die wondering with her. Okay, cream, blush, Fenty's cream in Petal Poppin'. I find I can put, if I do a very light layer of translucent powder, I can put cream product straight over the top. And I'm only doing light layer of it too. I know this colour suits me, but I'm still not thrilled with it. I don't know. It's cream products generally, I think, that just don't excite me as much as it excites other people. Gosh, I'm using a lot. It feels like I'm using a lot, but this brush is fluffy. That is enough. That is enough. Is there a dip there? Or am I just imagining it? I honestly... Oh, there it is. You can see it there. Maybe there's even a little bit of the ring. Whoa. Maybe I am getting down. There's definite dips in here, that's for sure. I love this. Natasha Denona Blush Glow Duo in... It doesn't have a shade, I don't think. Oh, there's names on there. I can't read that. Sorry, that's just crazy small. But these are good value, I think. You get the Natasha Denona quality. You get a blush, which is beautiful, a highlighter, which is extremely good. I think they're $31 Australian at Sephora, and for us, that's cheap. And you get impact, which I love, of course. So yes, my trip into town, I've got to buy some tickets for a show that my friends and I are going to at the local theatre later in the year. They've got an early bird price, so we thought we'd get our tickets today and take advantage of the early bird ticket price. I'm a member of the local theatre, and that means we get advanced notice of when shows are coming. We get special prices. We often get a glass of something when we arrive, and there's even a night where you can have a 3-course meal before one of the shows at the top restaurant in town, and it's like half the price you would pay normally to eat there. So yeah, we're going to do that. And they have the theatre gets really good shows. So I thought, well, for $30, you also get a bag and a pen and a notepad, and yeah. And I thought for $30, that's good for us, my friends and I, and we are theatre going people anyway, so it makes sense. I know, I always just put gloss on. Struggling with the vertical lines in my lips. When I say struggling, I'm not really, it's just a word. I'm being a bit dramatic. This is L'Oreal Amplify. This is my 3rd bottle of this. The other one got decluttered in my lipstick declutter, which I thought I was filming last year and I didn't film. Yeah, so this is my 3rd one. Possibly the best, my favourite lip gloss of all time. It's pink, baby pink, and you can see it's like holographic. Oh, that's another thing that's really in, holographic makeup. Really, really big. I didn't fill in my brows today. I hope that's okay. I have fixed everything down and I'm happy. Okay, I'm just going to fix so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready with me. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, especially your friends that are over 40, and comment. I love reading comments. I always answer. Okay, talk to you again soon.